Hooking your players is all about engaging them in the story making them feel invested in their characters and the world around them. Hey everyone, I'm Heavy J, and I've been a DM for nearly 40 years now. Today, I have some tips on how to take your game to the next level and keep your players coming back for more. Today on Fat Dragon Adventure. My first tip is all about creating compelling NPCs. You should populate your world with memorable non-player characters who have their own goals, personality, and quirks. Give them depth and make their interactions with the players meaningful in some way. Whether they're allies, rivals, or quest givers, NPCs can provide hooks for your players to latch onto. One example of this could be the party encounters a grizzled old knight named Sir Alric, who is on a quest to recover his family's ancestral sword, stolen years ago by a powerful dragon. He offers the adventurers a reward if they can help him track down the dragon and reclaim the sword, but his true motivations and past connections to the dragon will reveal themselves as the quest progresses. Next, I think you should tailor your story hooks to the characters' backstories. Get to know your player character's backstory, and then weave elements of those stories into your campaign. Introduce NPCs or plot threads that directly relate to their past experiences, goals, or motivations. When a player's character has a personal stake in the adventure, they're more likely to get invested. How about something like this? One of the players, a rogue named Serial, for example, receives a mysterious letter from a long-lost relative begging for help. The letter hints at a family's hidden secret in a nearby abandoned castle. As the party investigates, they uncover dark truths about Serial's lineage and confront enemies tied to her troubled past. That's one idea. Another great hook is using mystery and intrigue. Introduce mysteries and puzzles that pique the curiosity of your players. I would go and drop hints and clues throughout your session to keep them guessing and eager to uncover the truth. I think a well-crafted mystery can keep the players engaged as they try to unravel its secrets. The party could stumble upon a series of cryptic symbols, for example, carved into an ancient ruins deep in the forest. Each symbol could lead to a different location, hinting at a forgotten civilization and a legendary artifact hidden somewhere in the wilderness. As the players decode the symbols and follow the trail, they could unravel a conspiracy that threatens the balance of the power in the region. I also like to incorporate moral dilemmas into my adventure design. You can present your players with difficult choices that force them to consider the ethical implications of their actions. I think a well-crafted moral dilemma adds depth to your storytelling and encourages players to engage with the narrative on a deeper level as they grapple with the consequences of their decisions. A moral dilemma could be something like the party encounters a group of, let's say, fleeing refugees, fleeing from a war-torn city, desperate for food and shelter. However, providing aid to these refugees would divert valuable resources from the party's main quest, potentially endangering their mission. The players then must decide whether to prioritize their own goals or help those in need, grappling with the consequences of their actions either way. Another great way to keep your players hooked is by creating dynamic settings. Describe vivid environments that capture your players' imaginations. Whether it's a bustling city, a treacherous dungeon, or even a mysterious forest, I really believe that a richly detailed setting can make your world feel more alive and inspire your players to explore even further. I like to sometimes create bustling port cities teeming with life and activity. You could describe the narrow streets that wind through the markets. All the while there's towering ships docked in the harbor. I feel that this sort of setting invokes tales of a distant land and high sea adventure. As the players explore the city, I think that they will uncover hidden alleyways, seedy taverns, and secret guilds lurking beneath the surface. And who wouldn't want to explore a place like that? Give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to explore that city. Another great way to hook the players is by introducing plot twists. Keep your players on their toes by introducing unexpected plot twists and turns. Subvert their expectations from time to time and challenge their assumptions to keep your story exciting and unpredictable. I really believe that a well-timed plot twist can reignite your players' interest and keep them engaged in whatever campaign you have designed. One way you can do this is by using a trusted ally and giving him a dark secret. Let's say that the party's trusted ally, a wise old wizard named Elementor, for example, is revealed to be a powerful necromancer in disguise. He has been manipulating events from behind the scenes to further his own dark agenda. Betrayed and shocked by the revelations, now your players must confront their former friend and stop his sinister plans before it's too late. My next tip is all about encouraging player agency, and I always encourage player agency. By giving your players meaningful choices and letting them shape the direction of the story, whether it's deciding which path to take or how to approach a problem, this will empower your players to make decisions that foster a sense of ownership and investment in your game world. This is a great way to keep your players hooked. Let's say, for example, that the players come across a fork in the road. One path leads to a perilous mountain pass, and the other to a dark and mysterious forest. Instead of forcing a predetermined outcome, you should allow your players to choose their own path and then adapt the story to fit that decision that they made, and then incorporate some unexpected encounters along the way. My final hook is reward role-playing and creativity. You should recognize and reward your players' creativity and role-playing efforts. Encourage them to fully embody their characters and engage with the world around them. Offer experience points, inspiration, or in-game rewards for memorable moments and imaginative solutions that they come up with. I do this all the time at my table, and my players love it. I like to give out luck chips, for example, which allow my players to add a 1d6 to any roll. They can hoard them and use them all at once if they like. However, I do tell my players that the luck chips expire at the end of tonight's session, so use them or lose them. So there you have it, Dragon Riders. By incorporating these hooks into your GMing style, you can effectively hook your players and keep them eagerly anticipating each session. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to support this channel, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you never miss our next episode. Until then, ride that fat dragon, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take 50. My God. I have gone over this so many times. See if we can get it right. Next, I think you should tailor your story.